Welcome back to the dinner table. I'm your host, as always, Nick, and I'm joined by my father, Mike.
Hello.
We are back for another episode, number 19. We've made it 19.
Yeah, amazing.
Mostly on time, too.
Yeah,
there's that, last month, it is what it is. But that's pretty good for us,
We also have Milo and Riley.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got the two dogs, Milo is sitting here, mainly because he knows what's up on the table.
Yeah.
Both of them know what's up on the table. It's where we hide their... we'll just call it the T word because we won't say that in front of them.
We won't say it out loud.
No. but they're joining us today. Today we didn't really have much going on. I mean, I did. Feeling back to normal. Kind of been in a weird funk these past couple weeks.
I kind of have too. But
and today's
we'll see.
Today's the first day in a while I felt like, all right, I feel good, and it's kind of, I hate it when it happens because I get like everything I do is crap.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to edit and fix things and look at things when you're like, oh, shit, So I feel tremendously better today. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, kind of back to normal. I like it.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills winning helps.
Yeah, that helps.
Beating the holy crap out of the Titans, which is, they should have. I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
But so that's always a good thing. Watching the Jets lose was a good thing.
That's always fun.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
JETS, suck. But not showing my true fandom or nothing here.
We're just about in the middle of football season, too.
I love it.
Yeah, I missed the first 2 weeks, so being gone. I mean, I could have watched games on the cruise ship, but the time changes were really messed up. I mean, the Sunday 1 o'clock game kicked off at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock? No. Yes. 8 o'clock.
Holy cow.
Yeah. At night. I had better things to do on a cruise ship at 8 o'clock at night. Than
it's called party and drinking.
Yeah.
I get it.
So I missed the first two weeks.
I didn't watch any of the first week because Buffalo wasn't on. I'm one of those. I'm a football fan, right? But I'm really a Buffalo Bills fan. So if they're not on, I kind of like, oh, whatever. I'll look in the Jaguars game. Oh, okay, yeah, they're sucking. All right, let's move on. But usually, if Buffalo's not on TV, I kind of just forget that it's going. I don't know. It's weird.
As long as it's a good game, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, both the teams I cheer for this year suck. So
yeah.
So it's I'll just watch about anything.
Yeah. Patriots, they need to come through this week.
Yeah, they're awful. They're not going to come through. I wouldn't count them.
I'm not.
But
just like at least it's for the first time ever I got to count on the Steelers. So
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Russell Wilson looked pretty sharp.
Yeah, I went to bed at halftime, or maybe even before.
I think yeah.
But I didn't think they were going to win. I didn't think the Steelers were going to win, but they did. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Just count on the Jets to be the Jets and be all right. So.
As Bill Belichick says, ready, fire, aim.
Yeah, ready, fire, aim.
That was so funny. He said it again today, too.
Oh, did he? Oh,
on his latest podcast.
Oh, they're I also like that line in Ted Lasso. What do you call teams that have no luck and always lose? The New York Jets?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's like, yes, that's the team. Yeah. No, it's okay. They'll be fine. And I do sometimes feel bad for the Jets fans because it's like, what the hell? Like, how is this franchise?
Well, we've all been there.
Yeah.
I mean, my team, New England Patriots, I kind of sort of grew up with. Man, they were awful for so many years, and then they had that 20-year run.
Yeah.
Now they're awful again. So we're back. That's the way it goes.
Again.
That's the way it goes.
It does. It's ebbs and flows. I remember when I was a kid, Buffalo was, they were the team.
San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
And Dallas Cowboys. They come and go.
Cowboys are funny because they're like, everybody picks them for the Super Bowl every single year, and every single year, first round of the playoffs are gone.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make playoffs this year.
No, they're not a very good team this year.
Very good.
So I was glad, Buffalo at least figured out, hey, we do need to get Josh Allen, a wide receiver who is not, who isn't an asshole like Stephon Diggs, but is a good receiver. So they at least made that change. So that was good. And what that did was that allowed the rookie there. He had a hell of a game. Caught 4 passes for 125 yards. The rookie who couldn't get open because everybody was like, just double him.
Yeah.
And he had a hell of a time. And then that game that Shakir got hurt, it was only the rookie. And man, he couldn't get open to save his life. It was a bad game. That was a terrible game. So now they can get open, and now you're starting to say like, okay, looks like Buffalo last year, which is nice.
Good.
Hopefully they can get past the Chiefs. I doubt it because the freaking Chiefs just ruin my season every year.
Yeah.
So
they're the next big thing. They're the next dynasty.
Yeah. And unfortunately, my team's the Indianapolis Colts to their Patriots. So it's all right. The second best quarterback in the league. Yep, we got that. You got the second best defense in the league. Yep, behind the Chiefs. Got the second best offensive line. Yep, behind the Chiefs. It's like, son of a bitch. We have a better receiving core, though. Well, not anymore. They just got DeAndre Hopkins. So it's like, God damn, the rich just keep getting richer.
Oh, well, yeah.
But no, that's, hey, I'm glad. It's good to see Buffalo win the game. Starts my week off on the right note. So they got played the Seattle Seahawks, my old hometown team, which I never got into.
I never really did either. We went to a few games there, I mean, I don't know. I just never... I don't know what it was.
They
were always okay.
Yeah.
They were never great. They were never terrible. They were kind of in the middle.
Always. They still kind of are today.
Yeah.
They're good. They're a good team today. They have very good receivers, which one of them is hurt. They're Metcalf.
Yeah.
And JD.
So when we lived there, in the 20-plus years I lived there, I went to a few games, and of course it was in the Kingdom back then.
Yeah.
And that place kind of sucked, but... Yeah, I don't know. I just never really got to be a big fan of theirs.
No, I just didn't either. Somehow, I never understood. I have never been to the state of New York. I think I've driven through New York.
You were a little baby.
Probably.
Yeah.
But somehow I became a Buffalo Bills fan. I think that's just what I grew up watching on TV.
Yeah.
They were
the big team then. They went to that
four
unfortunately. Back to back and lost. All four of them.
Yeah. I hate the Cowboys.
Which is too bad. So, that was too bad. I was hoping they would.
Some great teams, but I think that's just what it was. So I grew up, when I started watching football, that was the team that I saw all the time. And I just
they were on
became
TV a lot back then.
Yeah.
And then back then we didn't have all the, all the other stuff, other places to watch it. It was just network. Television on Sunday and Monday. That was it.
When I was a little kid, I used to hate it because on Sunday I would get up to watch cartoons and there'd be freaking football on. Like, oh, damn it. And it would be the Seahawks. And I'm like, I don't want to watch that. It's not going to be good. And then the afternoon game was usually Buffalo or something. Or it was the other way around, actually. The morning game was usually Buffalo. So I always just caught that. It was always a funny thing. I always wondered that. Like, how did that happen?
I don't know. That's just the way it is.
It is what it is because... I observe the Jags from afar, but I'm not a Jag. I don't never really call myself a Jags
I grew up
fan.
Growing up in Maine. The New England Patriots weren't even around until the '60s, so a lot of the Maine NFL football fans were New York Giants fans.
Oh, really?
Even though they hate the Yankees.
That's so weird. Oh, because of the Red Sox. Yeah. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, so it was all kind of weird. I never quite understood it.
At least you're not a Jets fan.
I was a kid when I was probably a teenager when I started getting interested in NFL football, and I just watched the Patriots because they were the hometown New England team.
Yeah.
They were the Boston Patriots at first, and then they became the New England Patriots.
Yeah,
that's what I started watching, and they were terrible. And they spent a lot of years being terrible.
Spent a lot of them being good, but it is amazing when you get two things right: head coach and quarterback. How that just changes your football team in a big way. I'm still not 100% sure if Buffalo has the head coach quite right. As much as I hate to say it, I think he might be the Tony Dungy, where he built a great team, but he doesn't quite have the tools to get him over that hump.
Dungy's a good coach.
Yeah, he was. He did eventually win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But, it's like one of those things. Do you fire McDermott? But he's been to the playoffs every year. They've won the East every year. He's been their coach, just about. I find I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. So, but we'll see how they do this year. Hopefully they can win the East again and keep it going. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But other than that, feeling better. Head's right. Today I was like, all right, I feel good. I'm going to get my stuff done today. So working on that, doing all these different versions of the movie, getting it ready to go to all these places here this weekend. And I'm going to do that probably all weekend. So that's good.
That's good. Get that done. Get it out there.
Yeah.
See if we can get something. Get something out of it.
I think so. I think it is tremendous. A lot of work. And I want to do. I kind of want to sit down and write. I have an idea for another one. I want to write another one, and that one will be even cheaper to do. So it might be just fun just to do one. Now that I know people too, it might be even easier to do one.
Yeah, probably.
So that I'm really ready to do. I'm ready to move on. Being stuck in the same thing over and over again, looking at it every day.
It's been like a year and a half.
Yeah, I get a little. I think that's where that little bit of depression stuff comes in. You're just like, I'm really tired of looking at you, but I know it's good and I know it's ready to go. So that's a good thing. And then once I get that all out, I'll be a lot easier to get other things done because I really want to concentrate on the beer show. I think that's going to be really good. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to put up the first beer up on YouTube to where everybody can see it.
Oh, okay.
Right now it's in a private video, so I just kind of left it on the back end. No, and I can't finish it because we had a boo-boo.
No.
Because I can't be everywhere, I didn't notice the one of the beers went out of focus, and you can't fix that. So looks like what I see when I don't have my glasses on.
So what are you going to do?
I'm probably going to release the best one and do it as like a teaser. Hey, this is upcoming, and then probably we're going to do another one. We already kind of talked about it. Yeah. I told him, I said, look, it's pretty good. I can work with some of it I just cannot. Yeah. And some of our mic placement, like I said in the last podcast, wasn't very good. Mm-hmm. I have to, you gotta have to try different things, and I think I'm gonna do a couple mics this time. I'm gonna do multiple mics. I'm gonna have the main one over like I did. And then I'm going to have probably two small ones, like off to the side or something. Mm-hmm. Because I can't treat my friend's house.
Mic everybody up?
No, I could. That's a pain in the ass because then I have to have all these sources going into my computer. And then that's all got to work together correctly. And it's hard to monitor. Where this, I have my one source with two microphones, and it's great. It's easy. That's a little bit harder, but I can, I just need to learn it. So maybe I should try that too. Yeah. Put we have those little lapel mics. Use those. Mm-hmm. Gives me an excuse to break that shit out anyway. Yeah. I like playing around with those.
They're around here somewhere.
Yeah, they're in a box in the man cave.
Yeah.
So that those help. Actually, I thought about packing a couple of these, bringing them over these podcast mics. But John had a point, do you really want to have a microphone in our face while we're videoing ourselves drinking beer?
Yeah,
that's
true.
A good point.
Yeah,
he has a point there.
Point.
So,
yeah.
But I may try that with the lapel mics. And then I got to make a checklist for everybody so we know in between the beers, like, okay, this is properly focused. This is done. We got this, we got this. Because we were having a lot of fun and we just skipped one step and it pretty much ruined one or two of them at least. I'm going to have to look at the rest. But the first beer's done. It looks great. I thought that came out really good. So, and then I got to make the funny ad reads and stuff. I got to do that.
Yeah.
Because that'll be a lot of fun, It's just stupid things.
Mm-hmm.
I had a couple of them. What was it? Oh, one of them was Nick's Fast Food. We put the fast in food, do a stupid ad read for, Nick Ultimate Burger. And then we got City Taco, Tacos El Gringo.
Yeah. You can get those at the Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, yes you can. Yeah, Gringo Tacos. They're the ones with no flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Just meat, cheese, sometimes lettuce if you ask for it. I mean, when I make my tacos here, I usually don't put lettuce on them, but
they do.
But they have. The meat you make here has flavor. So I don't need extra crap on it. I just need my basics, and for some reason, man, you get the gringo ones here, you're like, there's no flavor in that food. That's an East Coast thing. I think East Coast.
Yeah, no. Mexican food on the West Coast is 10 times better.
Yeah. Living in Arizona for those 4 years, I got really used to
even in
it.
Washington, even in the Northwest, it was just much better.
Actually, I thought food in general
on the West Coast
is better.
I think so too.
Just everything tastes better. I don't know why. I don't understand. It's all the hippies.
They don't fry everything.
Yeah, there is that. There is that. And sometimes, smothered and covered is not a thing there. So, and you still get the big portions, the American thing of big portions that we get.
A little bit more health conscious, though.
Yeah, maybe.
A little bit, tiny bit.
Yeah, well, California's majorly.
California, yeah.
But California's known for what? In-N-Out, Smash Burger.
Yeah.
Now, I do miss me some In-N-Out. I will say that. Like, as far as the fast food burger goes, there's not a better one. Five Guys is close.
People will argue with you about that. A lot of people like, better?
Smash Burger?
No, we got one over here.
Oh, Five Guys?
No.
Oh, Whataburger.
Whataburger.
No one likes Whataburger. Only Texans like Whataburger. Yeah. It's because they refuse to admit that it sucks. It's from Texas. It's got to be good. It's not.
It's not terrible.
No, but I wouldn't
McDonald's.
put it above a Five Guys. Five Guys is...
No, I wouldn't put it above.
Five Guys. It's really Five Guys and In-N-Out are my two fast food. If I want a fast food burger, those are my two choices.
Yeah.
Now, my only issue with Five Guys is it's $15.95 for a burger and fries and a drink. Like, jeez.
Kind of pricey.
$60 for
it's not that bad, but
to get
but it's,
for a family to go eat there, it can get
it'd probably get there.
Yeah. I remember we did a Five Guys runs because Jam liked Five Guys out in Arizona. I'm like, we have an In-N-Out right next door. We could go there. She's like, I want Five Guys, something different. All right. So we all went to Five Guys, and Matthew's like, well, I'll just order ahead of time. All right. So he orders ahead of time. Well, puts it all in one bill. So I'm waiting. I'm not. What is my total so I can just send him over the money? That thing was like $45.
Oh, no.
He's like, what the hell is that? Really? For 3 burgers, a small fry, and 3 drinks. It's like, man, this is bullshit. But it's good burgers. They are good burgers.
They're good, but I don't know if they're that good.
No. Yeah, I have my days.
The place is busy, though. They're always busy.
Yeah.
People like them.
Yeah. Who's not bad is, I don't know about their burgers. I never really had their burgers, but Culver's isn't too bad.
Yeah, they're okay.
I like their chicken.
It's fast food.
Yeah.
It's not bad, though.
Yeah, I don't really eat fast food much anymore.
I don't either.
Man, I kind of
try not
to. Feel better, too.
I don't know if I feel any better, but
no. I could tell.
I try not to.
Yeah. When I eat some fast food there, like when you guys are gone, I'm like, I'll just go grab something.
Mm-hmm.
And the next day, I'm like, I'm just slow. I don't know why.
It's not good for you.
It's just not. No, it's absolutely not. Don't like it at all. But, so it's been, you had your knee looked at? It's good.
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor today. I've actually been to the doctor like twice this week.
That's not good.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
So, yesterday was dermatologist. Had to have a chunk of cut off and biopsied, so I probably have another little skin cancer spot. Not the bad stuff, but
it's not the melanoma.
Not the melanoma, but so I'll have to get that taken care of. I'm sure you can see it.
Yeah, that's nasty looking. That's not as bad as that one that you had where they had to sew your hand back together.
That was a big one.
That was a huge one.
But, so got that taken care of yesterday. So I'm sure I'll have to go back there in a couple of weeks and get that finished up, and then. Today I had my knee looked at again. My left knee's been bothering me she told me, actually, it's been almost 1.5 years.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And,
I remember it was about this time last year, I thought.
Yeah, I tried cortisone shots, but the last dose didn't work. It didn't help much at all. But that being said, we had also, a few days after I got the shot, we went to Europe and walked around on cobblestone streets and all that. Then went on a cruise ship and up and down the stairs, and you know how that is. So that may have had something to do with it. I mentioned that to her. She said, well, let's try something new. So she gave me an injection. They make it with rooster, the top of the rooster. What do they call those? Rooster. Gosh, I have to look it up. It's an all natural thing.
It's like a collagen kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a gel. And rooster. I forgot what it's called. Rooster. see if I can find it here. Real
No,
quick.
no problem. So I can always cut it out later too.
It's a rooster. Yeah, rooster comb. You know, the top of the rooster's head, they have the red.
Yeah,
they're making out of those.
Interesting.
And it's a gel. It's all natural. It's 2 doses. I got to go back next Thursday and get another one. Today's Thursday, by the way, so 1 week. It's a 2-dose thing, and it was a little bit, slightly more. You know, the injections really don't hurt. Amazingly, they put all the stuff in your knee and it really doesn't hurt. But this one was didn't really hurt, but I knew something was going on. Something was going in there. You know,
a little bit thicker.
And it was really when I walked out of the office. It's on the second floor of a 3-story building, so I had to take an elevator down. And by the time I got to walking out of the building, I was walking a little slow. You know, I'm like, ooh, this kind of hurts. You know, and she said it would. The doctor said it would. So. And she was right. But now it feels a lot better. And she told me to stay off it for the most part. I mean, I could walk around and stuff, but no exercise today and tomorrow. So,
okay.
So Saturday. She said it should be good by Saturday. So we'll see.
So no long walks, huh?
Not till Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So I miss my morning walks, so I need to get this thing fixed.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't work, I guess surgery is the next step.
Yeah, that's no fun.
Yeah. So I don't really want to go through all that.
I wouldn't.
So, and if that doesn't work, then it's a knee replacement.
Ooh.
So, yeah. So I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, you know, getting
fun.
old thing's a challenge.
Yeah, it is.
It's better than the alternative, but it gets a little challenging.
Yeah, ask Aaron Rodgers. Oh, okay.
So hopefully this will work and it'll help. I can get these because they're natural. There's no side effects, and I can get them every 6 months. So if they work, it might be something that'll hold me off for quite a while.
That's good. Hopefully it does work. Yeah, it's never fun, you know.
And the hardest thing with this knee is sleeping.
Really? Oh,
because it's sore and it wakes me up.
And you can't.
When you move, you know, I straighten my leg out or something. It's like, oh damn! And then you wake up and you know.
That's no fun. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Crazy. So.
Well, you know the interesting thing. It's like the skin. You know, you and Matthew, you know, so lily white, you know, redheads and stuff. And me and Mom have the real dark. Yeah. But I kind of thought about it, like throughout my childhood, that wasn't a big sunscreen. Like,
sunscreen didn't exist.
Yeah, you're just like, who cares?
You know, I worked, on flight decks and in the Navy and in the tropics and the Indian Ocean, and there ain't no shade on a flight deck of an aircraft carrier or on a flight line or whatever, you know, and spent a lot of time in the Far East and Southeast Asia and in the Indian Ocean and all those places where
just cooking.
Yeah, you know, and we didn't have sunscreen.
Yeah.
It just didn't exist, you know, and they used to give you that white stuff, I forget what it was called, you could put on your nose, you know, to keep your nose from burning, but that, you know, you get so dirty and everything on the flight deck, or even if you weren't working on the flight deck, you know, you just get so dirty, you know, and it didn't work.
No.
You know, you just couldn't use it.
No.
You know, it was impossible. So, you know, I got a lot of sunburns, you know, and it just is what it is. You know, you got to deal with it.
No, it's a funny thing because I always kind of thought about it. Like when I was a kid, I'd get like one big sunburn a year, usually in the beginning of July because that's when it's summer in Washington State, July and August. And I would get my big sunburn on like the 5th or the 6th of July, and then I'd be good to go the rest of the year. But I wasn't like you or Matthew where you guys just burn all the time.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we didn't have sun. You know, they had suntan lotion.
Yeah.
But that didn't do anything.
It just
protect
turned you orange.
From the sun. Yeah, you look like Donald Trump.
You don't want to look like Donald Trump.
So,
except for, I guess he's the only person who looks in the mirror and goes, damn, you look good.
I remember they had this stuff when I was a kid. I meant to look it up. It's called Tan-Fastic.
Tan-Fastic.
And it was basically a skin coloring thing to make you look like you had a suntan, you know. And it was, and you know where I'm going with it.
Oh, yeah. But, I wonder if he still uses it.
I don't know. That
Skin-Fastic. I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Let me look it up real quick.
You know what's so funny to me is it's so obvious, the spray tan thing. They never look right. they always look terrible. You know, because they put the shit around your eyes, so your eyes are lily white, and it just never looks right. You know,
yeah, they say spray tan lasts 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Can you shower with a spray tan? You have to wait 4 to 8 hours. Yeah, tan fastic. They still make that stuff? Wow. They do.
I wonder what kind of skin cancer that's going to cause. Holy shit.
Yeah, there it is.
I'll be damned.
Well, you can buy it on Amazon for a 32-ounce bottle for $59.99.
Well,
it wasn't that expensive back then. It was pretty cheap, I think. But, yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. Maybe they stole the name.
Yeah, maybe. Or
the original one probably.
Went out of business and they just kind of...
Yeah, I remember that stuff.
Kind of like the beer guys there. Narragansett kind of did a similar thing where new owners, it's a whole new company, but
same recipe though.
Yeah.
Same recipe. It's good beer. I like it.
It is good beer. It's getting hard to find again.
I can't find it around here anymore.
Only place I've seen it lately has been Total Wine in Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's too far.
That's
way there to get a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah, absolutely a waste of time to go all the way out there to just for beer. You know, was it because we do the beer thing? Katie was saying she's one of the other people on it. She was saying she goes to Trader Joe's and they do singles. You can make your own 6-pack. So she made a couple of them already. So she has them
good.
in the refrigerator waiting for us.
You know, I saw Narragansett at Trader Joe's one day.
Did you?
When we were in there.
Wish we had one of those closer. We have Aldi, which isn't bad, but they only have one good beer there, and that's that German one.
Well, they have their own weird brands.
Well, the German one isn't. That's actually a German. I get used to, my boss in Arizona would buy us this 12 days or 24 days of beer calendar,
Christmas,
Advent calendar.
Yeah.
And that one was in there. And that was my favorite one in there. When I got to it, was always like the 23rd or 24th. I was always annoyed. It's like, damn, finally I got to the beer I wanted. So when I saw that at Aldi, I was like, you know what? I can buy this one. I'll buy this one from there. I don't like their other ones so much.
I don't either. But
their IPA is a little punchy in the head, bitter.
You're
like, oh, Jesus. You know, I don't mind a bitter beer, but that's a little ridiculous. Yeah, and even
I tried them all, and I don't like any of them.
Yeah, the Pilsner's the only good one, that German one, because it's an actual beer. And it's cheap, though, $5.99 for a 4-pack. You can't beat that too much. Yeah. Big cans, too, but no. Yeah, I wish we had a Trader Joe's on this side. We could use one here.
Yeah, we don't have, what's the other one? Whole Foods either.
No.
We got a Whole Foods-like store, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
They got a good beer selection.
Do they? I might have to go check it out.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to do that.
I can't remember the name.
We had one in Arizona that was like theirs. It was called Sprouts.
Yeah, Sprouts.
And they were like a dirty, smaller version. No offense to them. They weren't, the one that we went to was not very clean.
Really?
It was the closest one to us. It's kind of, the floors were dirty. Oh, excuse me. Everything was just thrown about, and I was like, the hell is this? You know? And apparently they're not all that way, because my buddy Carlos used to go get sandwiches from them. They're really good sandwiches there. But the one by him, he said, was very clean. I was like, I don't know what happened to the one by us. It looked like a freaking bomb went off in there or something. And I said, you know, it could be just different people running things, you know.
I can't remember the name of the one that we have. It's not a...
Oh, it's
Fresh Market.
Fresh Market, yeah.
I don't know. It's a pretty nice store.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have to check it out.
Got a lot of good stuff in there, but I hardly ever go in there because
you'd rather just have the Whole Foods or Trader Joe. Well, Trader Joe's is like a nicer Aldi.
Aldi's, it's like Aldi's.
It's the same.
They're the same.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I think they are brothers. So
brothers own them.
Yeah. They own each one owns one of them. So they have similar things, but.
Similar business model too.
Yeah.
Small stores, pack your own groceries, bring your own bags.
Yeah.
Need a quarter for the cart. That kind of thing.
You know, most people, like at Trader Joe's, you see they just walk in with their bags and they just fill their bags up, go to the register, throw it back in the bag.
Like Europe.
Leave. Yeah. What?
What? No way.
That's something I wish we kind of adopted a little more. It would actually help.
I hate those stupid plastic bags.
I do too. Go to Walmart, you get like 50 of them. And then you get the ones that are stuck to the other ones, so you get like double the bags. You're like,
then they double bag everything.
Yeah.
Jeez, I hate those.
But Walmart will never do that. They'll never go the Aldi route because.
No, but in some states, like in Maine, they can't use those plastic
can't.
bags.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you can do that, man. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I didn't know.
So you have to bring your own bags when you go grocery shop, which is I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Maine is kind of a weird state, though. They got some they're very environmental in some areas, and then they're super conservative.
They're one of the first states to do deposits on soda bottles.
Yeah. And yet down here in Florida, they got rid of recycling.
Our community, our county here got rid of recycling completely.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
If you want to recycle, you can take your cardboard to the
dump
transfer station.
Oh yeah,
dump. But or I don't know if anybody recycles aluminum and stuff around here. Might be a business opportunity for somebody.
Somebody should, because I remember when COVID was raging, aluminum cans became ridiculous, and it almost put a couple of our little breweries out there out of business.
Well, what started all that problem was tariffs on aluminum.
On
imported aluminum, but you know who did that?
Yeah, no, it's fake news.
Yeah. So he who shall not be named.
He's our Voldemort.
Tariffs on aluminum, and it drove the prices up.
Yeah, nearly put all those.
He doesn't know how tariffs work. So actually, you know how tariffs work?
We pay for them?
No, they don't.
Oh,
so, and he doesn't know that. He thinks he thinks the people that are shipping the goods pay for them. The consumers pay for the tariff.
Yeah, because
they just tack it on the price.
Yeah.
So that hurt a lot of small time people. The small breweries and stuff that can their beer. The aluminum cans got so expensive, and that's why we're paying $6, $7, $8 for a 6-pack of beer or more.
Yeah,
$10-12 now for a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
It's like
that's
13,
not all of it, but that's part of it.
Average price for me, usually after tax, is like $13-14.
Yeah, for a good microbrew, you can get the Budweiser and shit. Cheap.
Yeah, when I want my cheap beer, I get my crappy little Pilsner I get from Aldi. But normally I'm like, okay, I've had 2 weeks of this one. I really need to get myself some good beer.
But that tariff on imported aluminum really.
Well, he's doing
some people.
Because everything he does is back in the 1950s or early 90s. He doesn't do anything modern or new. He's already doing the thing of violent video games. He's starting that whole thing.
No, jeez.
And then
we're over that.
Yeah, I know. Jeez. And then he's doing the whole his tariffs that he's doing. The new PlayStation that's coming out, the PS5 Pro. I have a regular PS5, and then there's a Pro model which is slightly faster. And the new one, it's $700 right now. Well, his tariffs that he wants to put on these imports, because it's an imported console, it comes from China. Well, it's their Japanese company, was made in China, shipped over here. Will make that thing over $1,000. And it's like, what you're,
every economist in the land has said
this is a bad idea. It's so bad, but.
So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's hope I hope for the best. Expect the worst.
I'm planning for the worst.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
Always. But we'll see where it goes. But, it's that stuff just never works. And I'm kind of tired of that whole argument, violent video games. Like, well, the guy who shot up something had Call of Duty. I have every version of Call of Duty. I don't shoot up things. Everybody I know plays Call of Duty, and we don't shoot up things.
When I was a kid, we used to play War.
Yeah.
Well,
now you can actually.
That was a problem, because look at us now. We go to war all the time.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just so dumb. It's such a dumb argument. This is the most trivial. Every year, Call of Duty is the #1 selling game every year. So that's around probably about 30 million copies. So 30 million people have it. There's not 30 million gun crimes. All right. There's probably
not.
But it just happens to be that it's in everybody's home. I always hated that argument. Well, I have those in my home. I'm not shooting up people. It's a
stupid argument.
And I always like the Penn and Pendulette argument. He says if it was reversed, and we always had video games like we have sports, and then you introduce a game where kids actually get concussions, break bones, sometimes die. Kids have died on football fields. Mm-hmm. What would we be saying about football? And it's kind of the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. When we're like, hey, look at that athletic achievement. And the other one were like, that's bad.
It's true, though.
Yeah.
He's right.
He's 100% correct.
Yeah, Penn Jillette, I kind of like him. He, sometimes he's a little hard to listen to. You know what I mean?
He's a hippie.
Yeah.
But I like him a lot.
He makes a lot of good points about things,
Yeah.
So I used to have that show, Penn and Teller Bullshit.
Yeah.
That was a good show.
He wants to do another one where they go over the things that they were actually wrong in the show. Yeah. But like their food one, he kind of walking that one back a little bit. And there's a couple others.
Now.
Yeah, he's vegan. Him and Kevin Smith Kevin Smith went on his diet.
Yeah.
That's how when he had that heart attack, his daughter said, "Why don't you go vegan?" He's like, "Oh, I'm not into all," because she's like they call it more of an ethical vegan, like it's not right to eat the blood of another animal and all that stuff.
I don't know about all that.
And he's like, so he kind of calls himself an unethical vegan. He said, "I'd love a hamburger, I'd eat one tomorrow, but my body's saying no." Yeah. So he does it for that, and he went on the Penn Jillette diet. And he lost. I mean, he looks great. He's down, I think, under 200 pounds. And Penn Jillette, it actually weirdly aged him. He had that little fat round face for all those years, and now he actually looks like he's 70 years old.
Well,
I think he is
pretty close to that.
Late 60s, early 70s.
He's older than I am, I think.
Is he? Yeah,
I think so. I don't know.
It's funny when you see him. He's so friggin' tall too, but
Penn and Teller Bullshit. That's still on. I think you can get it on
Amazon
Max
Prime
or Prime.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Yeah, it's excellent.
Some of those episodes are still relevant and it's still really good. Yeah, some of them, they were wrong.
Yeah, And I think the one on the guns, I think he said that was wrong too. And that was one he wanted to, because kind of the point of that amendment, he's kind of like, maybe we should redo something there, But
I got a kick out of these. Speaking of that, I mentioned it to your mom last night. This Amendment 3, the marijuana legalization.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming up for a vote here in 2 weeks, or less than 2 weeks. They're running a bunch of vote no ads, and they're talking about how when they legalized marijuana in California, all these kids ate the gummies and got sick and all this and that, which I think probably very, very small.
Very small. Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't do the research, but
I'm sorry, it's just called bad parenting.
So I'm sitting there watching this commercial, and I looked at your mom. I said, "You know what the number one killer of children is in America? Is gun crime, gun violence.
Absolutely.
So what are we doing about gun violence?
Nothing.
We're using this argument to try to defeat something that's probably going to pass. I don't know.
I hope it does.
It's Florida. I mean, Florida's weird.
I'm getting really tired of it here. It's like, I still get it here. I just get it in CBD form.
For me personally, I could care less one way or the other.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me at all. I don't care.
I like it for sleep. It really helps.
You. Yeah, I don't care. If you want to use it, use it.
Yeah.
And if people do, and have forever.
Yeah.
Since I was a teenager, but I don't really care, but I'm just tired of hearing about it. Yeah. Either pass the damn thing or don't, I don't know if it's dangerous or not. I don't think so. I mean, around
Arizona's fine, and Arizona has their own problem.
I was in California after they legalized it, and I never noticed any difference.
Yeah, I was in Florida, Arizona.
Being a buddy of mine who went out there with it, we were out there together, and we're walking down the street, and we walked by a marijuana shop, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, that's legal here. Yeah. And it just kind of, there's no...
I'll never forget the first time I went into a store. Matthew brought me, because Matthew already had a card. He had a medical card. So when they legalized it, I said, I won't smoke it till they legalize it. And I don't smoke it anyways. I do gummies. So he brought me to his store. It was just around the corner from where we lived. I said, all right. And I realized then, I am traumatized, and probably my whole generation is traumatized from our weed laws, because it is the weirdest thing walking into a store. That was very nice, by the way. Much nicer than your local Walmarts, much nicer than most things. Very clean, very nice, very good, helpful people. They're all high, but they're super helpful,
Mellow.
Very mellow, very relaxed atmosphere. And so I walk in there, and it's like, wow, growing up, the era I grew up, just say no and all that shit.
Which is terrible. That didn't
And
work.
it's like we are weirdly traumatized. My generation is weirdly traumatized by our weed laws because, getting weed when I was a teenager was a hell of a process, And now walking in there and you're like, well, what would you use it for? Why use it to help me sleep at night? Okay, well, then you would like this one. It's an indica. And he goes through the whole thing. I'm like, okay, well, thank you. You're weirdly helpful. We'll try these ones too. These are the cheaper ones, but we give a free one out, if you buy that one. So try these ones too. You might like these ones too. I'm like, okay. So I ended up walking out there with enough weed for about 3 months, because they just kept giving me shit. I'm like, all right, $40, you can't beat that,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I hope so.
They tell lies about it, though. That's what bothers me.
Yeah, that really bothers me, and the whole state's going to smell like weed. It's absolutely
that's not true. I mean, like I said, I've been in states that have legalized it, and I never noticed any difference.
Yeah, and
in Maine. It's legal in Maine.
It's legal in quite a few states now. I mean, it's legal in more than it's not.
No, I don't think so.
Isn't?
No.
It isn't tipped yet? I thought it's gone close to tipping.
It could.
I thought it was like 27 states were.
There's still a lot of problems, even if it's legal in the state.
Yeah.
It's still on the federal level a Schedule 1 or whatever drug.
Oh, yeah.
So they can't do any, everything is cash.
Yeah.
They can't do any credit transactions. So
what they
these
did
stores
was,
get robbed a lot.
Yeah.
How about we talk about that?
Yeah.
Maybe, because they have all the cash there.
Yeah. They have cops there. Everyone in Arizona had a police officer or a on-duty security, armed security.
So maybe we could fix that problem.
Yeah.
And that might make it all better.
Well, and it's funny, too, when I did go in there, like they had an app that I used, so I would order it on the app, but it would be an even 20. It was an ATM transaction.
Right.
So I would go there and then, they'd give me the change or whatever of my ATM transaction was. So all of a sudden I'd get cash back. So it looked like on my debit card that I pulled out $40.
Yeah.
And I bought $35 worth of edibles or whatever, but it's very strange.
Strange where they have to do it, and it's not good for business.
It's not. It's really not. And it's dangerous for those people because you got a lot of cash and they are never slow. And in Arizona, they only allow 2 people in at a time.
Oh, really?
So you have a waiting room and you sign in and you sit down. It's just like a doctor kind of thing. You're sitting outside. And then the guy comes up and says, "Oh, Nick." I was like, "Okay, I get it." It's like, "It's my turn to go get some weed." They open the doors and it's like, oh, and the doors open and it's this nice, clean. It's like a jewelry store. They have all these little, except they're buds. All these little buds and edibles and behind glass. And then the guy, he walks you around. What do you need? What are you looking for? And takes care of it, puts it in a little baggie. And then you walk out into, he goes into a closed room with a big, heavy door behind him. And then it's just a window. And then I go outside and he has my little baggie. And then I give him usually cash because they have an ATM in every one of these places.
So you can get cash, yeah.
So I just put the cash through the window. He does his thing. And then he slips the baggie through there. And then I leave. They have it's like a whole process.
Yeah.
And in, I know in the state of Colorado, they staple it. And you cannot break that staple until you get home. Because if you get pulled over, that staple's broken. The cops can give you shit.
Yeah.
So, legally binding the staple. I don't think the United States founders went, the staple one day will be the legally binding thing. But it's a very weird thing. Arizona didn't have the whole staple rule.
Well, I guarantee you if that amendment passes here in Florida that our esteemed governor will try to find a way to...
They did in Virginia,
implement it.
Yeah, he will try. That's what republicanism is nowadays. I don't want to get too political, but
I don't either. But
they are against the will
going.
of the people. They've been that way apparently been that way for a while, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully.
I might be wrong.
What bugs me about that is he's the one who pushed for medical legalization because his wife had cancer,
and he pushed for. When they passed the medical legalization thing, they didn't write in the being able to smoke it.
Yeah.
And he pushed that through.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's okay for his wife to get it, but it's not okay for us to have it. Yeah. complete utter bullshit.
And he changed too after a bit, you know.
He went down the
yeah.
He went hardcore one way, and I was reading a thing on how Floridians are getting tired of the hitting hammers with nails approach to everything.
Yeah.
And because this Disney thing is backfiring pretty bad on them, and so is a couple other things. And everything he passed has been knocked down.
No,
mostly.
quite a lot of it.
Yeah,
yeah.
because it's a little bit too far-reaching. So it's kind of interesting where that's all heading. And it also makes me a little bit more optimistic for the state of Florida, because it's like, oh, okay, I think Florida's starting to go, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, that's
but
too much.
It's not enough yet.
Yeah, he overreached, but a lot of them do.
They all do, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of it's knee-jerk stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. But that's all I got this week. You know, we've rambled on enough. You know, it's 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
good.
you know.
Talk about nothing.
Talked about
This
nothing.
will be the podcast about nothing.
Yeah, we're the Seinfeld of podcasts. You know, well, we don't do videos. There's enough of these podcasts that show funny videos. I just don't care. And I'm not a comedian. I never was.
I don't need to sit and watch people talk.
No.
I can listen to that.
And when I listen to podcasts, I'm usually doing something, you know, so. And I'm always weird, like, why videotape me having a conversation with somebody?
Yeah.
You know, unless
and
we're...
if you want a good football podcast, though, like Coach Bill Belichick, it's very, very good. There's no hyperbole, no crazy stuff. They just talk about football.
And if you want to hear Aaron Rodgers dislike, watch PFT.
Because that one too.
Mike Florio does not like Aaron
I'm not
Rodgers.
sure about Bill Belichick's dislike of Aaron Rodgers. I think he thought he was a pretty good player all those years. But boy, he doesn't like the New York Jets.
No, he does not. No.
So that's always kind of funny.
I saw one this morning. It was Mike Florio, and he's talking to somebody. No, he was just talking about it. I guess Aaron Rodgers is complaining his knee's been swelling up.
Yeah.
And his hamstring's been bothering him. And his ankle's been bothering him. And Mike Florio goes, welcome to 40.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
Yeah, wait till you get to about almost 70.
Yeah.
69. All kinds of things hurt. Man.
Yeah,
That's how you know you're alive.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, man, my knee. Oh, shit.
Yeah, if you wake up feeling too good, you know.
My wrist hurts.
Yeah.
You know?
I still love that. Welcome to 40. Yeah. It's like, so you expect to be playing this whole time? And then you think about that. I'm 44. And you look at Tom Brady. He's a couple years older than I am. And he's played till he was 45.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit now, like, let alone in a year from now.
He still does 2-day workouts and stuff.
Oh, he's insane.
Yeah, he's insane.
You know? He's in great shape. There's a reason why he's the greatest of all time, you know. But
dedicated his life to it.
You know, these guys are a little insane. And, you know, and you look at, like, Aaron Rodgers, like, after one of the Bills-Jets game, I was looking at, you know, press conferences. And you look at Aaron Rodgers, and he is kind of thin. Because right up the next podium is Josh Allen, and that dude is big.
He's a big
huge
guy,
man. Yeah. And his freaking arms, he's just like, you know, this Hulk-looking guy talking about, well, you know, we did this and we did that and da-da-da-da. And you got Aaron Rodgers, like, Aaron, you look so thin and feeble almost compared to... But then you look at Brady. Brady's still a big dude.
He is. I remember seeing him walk on the field there in Jacksonville a couple of times. Went to a couple of Patriots games.
Yeah.
Man, that dude walks on the field. Television doesn't do him justice.
Oh, no.
He walks out on that field, you're like, holy shit. That's a big man.
That's a big dude, you know? And Peyton Manning was big, you know? And
he's not a linebacker big or anything like that.
No.
Thick like that, but he's tall and broad-shouldered, and he's a big guy.
He's not small.
It's surprising. Yeah, it's surprising.
Well, that's why they always kind of look at the quarterbacks like him or Allen or there's here in Jacksonville, he's big too. He's 6'6".
Yeah, he's kind of skinny though.
He is a skinny 6'6". Yeah, because he's 6'6", 220, and Allen's 6'5", 240, almost 250. So it's like you're kind of a skinny 6'6", you know. But I mean, he does look a little thin. Every now and again, when they could start landing around his legs, I'm like, man, those legs are gonna snap. They're so damn thin, you know. But kind of feel bad for him, you know. Sometimes like, oof, don't hit him in the legs. Please don't do that, you know. Yeah. But then you got the kid, but then you got the big guy in Indianapolis is always hurt. He's big too, you know. And the new Patriots quarterback, he's big. He's like 6'5", 240. He's a big kid too.
He's pretty good too.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah, I think they got something.
I think they get some other players around him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you know, it's like PFT said, Aaron Rodgers is now the 4th best quarterback in that division. I was like, ow, man, that's brutal. It's pile it on. Pile it on.
He might as well retire. He's been taking a lot of crap.
Yeah, it's time. It's time.
You know, he had his day in the sun.
Time to do a Zava and then send him a big avocado.
Zava. If you haven't watched Ted Lasso, first of all, you really need to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
It's worth getting Apple TV Plus for a month.
Yeah,
just to stream that and watch it. It is absolutely worth it. But there's some Zava episodes
in the 3rd season.
And Zava's a soccer player.
Yeah,
you know, English football, and he's weird as hell, man. He is out there. And the first time we were watching it, we both looked at each other. We're like, that's like Aaron Rodgers.
Did they base him on Aaron Rodgers?
So I Googled it. Did they base off on Aaron Rodgers? And boom, all kinds of shit come up.
He's a combo of a lot of
He's
players.
A combo of some French soccer player and some other guy. I don't remember.
One of my favorite ones, you ever seen did you see the Grand Tour where they did the French one? They talked about French footballers. They have crappy cars, and they always were a bit odd. And they go to this French football player, the dove, it has wings and it flies. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, but old Zava, anyway, he has an avocado farm.
Yeah.
He decides to quit football and go to his avocado farm. It's pretty funny. You have to, if you haven't seen it, you're really going to watch it. That's a fantastic. I think I've watched every episode of that show. We're on our 4th time, man?
At least, yeah. I love it.
Again.
Yeah, I just love it.
I just love that show. If there's nothing else on, I'll put that on.
Yeah, it's like the reason why I keep Apple TV Plus, all that, and Shrinking. I love Shrinking, and my other things, I have everything I own is Apple, so might as well just have the stupid service.
The new Shrinking episodes are quite good.
Oh, yeah. That's a funny show.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for this week.
All right, we'll stop babbling.
Yeah, we'll let you guys go. And thanks for the 5 of you who watch, which I think 2 of them are here, but it's all right. No, I was kidding. No, we're always kind of a weird slow burn. We pick up usually, like when I release this one, the episode before will suddenly go up in like, I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Some episodes have quite a few views.
Yeah.
Most of them don't. But
yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
That's why we decided not to be topical anymore. We're just talk.
Yeah, just ramble. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, and plus, you know, I like to, I don't know. I just kind of like doing it. It's fun. So that's all I got. We'll talk to you next week.
All right.
And until next time.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.